Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the Buzz. Do you feel distracted at work? He's my biggest distraction, I'll tell you that. Well, if you do, you're not alone, because a new study has concluded that more than half of U.S. workers waste an hour or more a day. I bet you it's way more than that, just on interruptions. The majority of those interruptions come from, of course, the electronic devices and the emails and, you know, checking Facebook 8,000 times and your Twitter account. While about 40% of the distractions come from traditional sources like chatting it up with your coworkers. I don't know how I get anything done. I really don't. 45% of workers say they can't go more than 15 minutes without some kind of an interruption. I think there is no doubt in my mind we all get distracted at work, right?
15 minutes?
Yeah.
More like 5.
That's what people are admitting to, though, right?
Of course.
All right, this is bad. I want to know if our boss is watching right now.
He is, he's here.
I actually had to come back to work to be able to check email and go on Facebook. Because when I was at home on maternity leave with my 2 kids, I had no time to get on the computer. I mean, I have a little bit of an excuse because I've got, you know, the work Facebook page.
Right. There's a real meaning behind it, Michelle.
I am over, as we like to say about our children, sometimes they can get overstimulated.
Yes.
I am way overstimulated with all the bells and whistles that we can distract ourselves with. And you know what it is? It's not only at work, but it's at home. But at work, we were talking about in the break with Courtney that we have all these emails that we get at work. A lot of them are junk, although we've done a great job, our staff has been to filter out a lot of the junk, but you know, you're getting on lists of people that are like reporters and producers and, you know, everybody at WPRI and all this stuff, and you just get hammered with the same thing sometimes, and you're constantly checking it. You're not wanting to check it? No, you always want to check it.
You do. You feel like you have to.
I had to tell my husband that when he comes home, that, you know, there's about an hour when the kids are awake after he gets home, and I said, like, you have got to put the phone down. Don't check the emails.
And he's not on the phone, right? It's the emails,
it's the emails. It's the work. It's like constantly having to be connected. And I said, just 1 hour. When the kids are awake and you're home, put it down.
I got to tell you a classic example of somebody who's distracted. My father. I wish he could see the show. He lives up north, but
he watches it online.
He has joked. Yeah, he's probably watching right now, distracted. Oh, the road show's on. But he will literally go. He has laughed about some of his days. Now, not so much now, but in the past, where he would, you know, check his email, then he'd go get a drink. Then he'd go chat with the guy about the office pool. Then he'd organize the lunch out. Then he would work out. And I would like, did you get anything done today? And he would laugh like, oh no, I had a great day. I probably did 20 minutes of work. And again, disclaimer, it's not now, this was in the past, so he can't get in trouble at work now.
But I think with all the technology that we have, we are able to get things done at work faster and still goof off and get things done on the internet or the phone or all that stuff. And at home, now I have my kids who, your kids aren't old enough, yours are.
Do you feel like a distracted parent at home sometimes?
Sometimes
I do.
I'll sit down and I'll have the laptop and my son will say, Dad, can you get off the computer, please? And I'll be like, huh? My what? And he goes, get off the computer. And I'm thinking, oh my God, if my 8-year-old's telling me to get off the computer, I'm on it too much. So now he gets it. And he knows all the passwords, and so does my daughter, to get on the computer, and they're on there playing video games, which is almost better because I don't want to be the guy.
Right,
you know?
You don't want to be the bad guy, I know. But you know, I do have to, we do like tech-free time sometimes. I'm like, all electronics, we got to shut them off right now, we are done.
I think that's such a good idea.
And it sparks some, you know, maybe conversation, face-to-face interaction.
You guys pulled out like a board game with the kids.
Just this past week, and it was so much fun. Played Scrabble with the kids.
We play Sorry and Chutes and Ladders, whatever. Now, does your husband listen to you when you tell him to take the hour away from the phone?
I mean, I have to remind him every couple of days.
Set the timer.
Remember when I said, put the phone down? No, he's pretty good, though, about jumping in and helping with the kids when he gets home.
Well, Courtney's clicking away over there. I can hear her. Are you distracted?
Well, she's got a good excuse.
Are you really working?
I'm not even pretending. This is for real. Yeah, I get distracted by a lot of things here because I am into social media so much, but I do somehow manage to get work done. Here's what everyone's saying on the live blog on foxprovidence.com. Pat R. thinks cell phones are a distraction. And then Jean said, I am retired, but I think allowing employees access to social media while at work should be banned. Here's the poll today, right underneath that live blog. What do you find to be the biggest distraction at work? A, the inundation of emails. B, the need to check Facebook, Twitter, etc. C, chatting with coworkers. Or D, trying to get organized. I was reading that article there, and they were saying folks spend like 15 minutes a day just searching for files on their computer. So that's pretty crowded there as well. Here's a look at our Facebook page. The Roadshow's homepage there. And Michelle says, when people don't put their phone on vibrate or silent in the workplace, she said all the different ringtones are such a distraction. And Donna Stanley said hearing people's personal conversations on their cell phones is a distraction. So it looks like cell phones seems to be the winner for now, but we'll see what the poll results are at the end of the show. For now.